Hello, dear and respected friends. Welcome to your own channel, BS Academy. I'm very happy to be here with another video for you, dear friends. Today, we're going to analyze the market on the quotex broker chart and make a few trades together. However, I want to do today's trades in a different way. First, I'll draw some lines here without giving any explanation. I'll try to make trades based on these lines, and at the end of the video, I'll explain the logic and reasoning behind why I drew these lines. So stay with me until the end of the video. Alright, dear friends, with your permission, I'll draw a few lines, then we'll make some trades on these lines together. And finally, at the end of the video, I'll explain the reasons and basis for drawing these lines. Alright friends, I've drawn some lines and now we're going to make a few trades on these lines. At the end, I'll explain what these lines represent and the basis for drawing them. We'll do a few trades together. I won't provide any explanations during the trades. I'll just show whether these lines can be valid or not. I'll make trades using these lines, and at the end of the video, I'll explain where each of these lines came from and why I considered these particular areas. To easily and freely register with the quotex broker, click on the link in the video description. Alright, dear friends, as you saw, I managed to make a few successful trades using these lines. If you noticed, I tried to open trades exactly when the price reached the lines. The trades were opened on the lines, allowing me to take advantage of the shadow and the reversal, or what's called the pullback, that occurred. Now, I want to explain to you what these lines are based on and how they were drawn. I've briefly mentioned this in one or two previous videos, but many of you might not have taken it seriously. As you can see, the market I'm trading on is not an ideal market. You see candles with very long wicks. Friends, I drew these lines using the wicks of the candles. In previous videos, I also explained that candles with relatively weak bodies but long wicks can have their wick tips act as a powerful support or resistance level for us, and we can use these levels to make successful trades. Take a look here. I drew the first line at the tip of this candle's long wick. The second line was drawn at the tip of this other candle's wick. The rest are the same, all drawn using the candle wicks. And if you look at this line, it's also drawn at the tip of the wick of this candle. I drew all these lines using this simple method of using the long wicks. Look here, you can see another wick, and it's the same for the lower one. The notable point is the number of reactions and the responses that the candles and price show toward these levels. Alright, dear friends, if you look carefully at each of the lines I drew, you'll see that the market reacted very well to each of these lines. Look here, we see that no matter how much the price tried, it couldn't break through this level. We can see a long wick here, and if it reaches this point again in the future, we can be sure we'll see a reaction. The same thing happened here. The tip of this candle's wick was the key level for us, and we can see that there was a fake breakout here as well. Price returned from this point again. On this other line, we also saw a reaction here where the price dropped to the next line below. Here, we can see how the wick managed to touch the line and then reverse. This happened again here as well. Look at how the price was stuck in this area and it happened again here. You can see that the price shows good reactions when it reaches these levels. This was the exact moment when I took a trade here. Multiple times the candles came up, touched the line and returned, leaving long wicks based on the areas we identified. The same thing happened on this line. Look at the points where this occurred. The wick interacted here And on the lower line, we see more changes. On the lower line, you can see it again. Even here and across all these lines, we observe trend reversals and strong support or resistance levels. Now, even in the future, if the price reaches any of these lines that we drew, we can be sure that there will be a trend change or a reaction, and we can use these reactions to make successful trades. Look, friends, it's a very simple concept, but as you saw, I was able to make several successful trades just using this technique. However, there's one more thing I'd like to mention to you. Friends, I have a trading approach that you all are familiar with, and it can be applied here as well. Look, if we consider this area, you can see that the trend is an uptrend. Imagine that we're assuming the market is around here and we can't see what's ahead yet. If we start drawing a trend line from here, look at how I'm considering these wicks. Take note, guys, these are the exact reactions we've seen. We drew this trend line and the market moved up, creating some distance, but eventually it came back down and touched the trend line again. Look at this specific point where our trend line intersects with the level and SNR lines we had drawn. You can see a green candle appearing here. In this strong bearish trend, which came down with steep momentum, it suddenly reached the point of intersection of these two, and we see a green candle. This shows the strength of this method and that we can use it to make successful trades. We can also use this method by utilizing the intersection of the trend line and the SNR lines that are drawn from the tips of long wicks, giving us a strong zone. If we can find areas with several long wicks in that zone, for example, here we see a long wick. This is exactly the kind of powerful area where we can look for trading opportunities. If we draw a horizontal line, let's assume there was a candle formed here like this, with a weak body and its wick tip reaching here. Imagine there was such a candle right here. And you can also see there are several long wicks in this area. This actually makes this level more reliable for us. In this video, I tried to present a very important yet simple concept. I didn't want this video to get too long, so I tried to explain it quickly, thoroughly, and clearly. I hope it helps you and that you can use it in your trades. Make sure to practice it on a demo account first to get a feel for it.
Dear friends, to make sure you don't miss any of our videos, please subscribe to the BS Academy channel. Also, activate the notification bell so that you are informed as soon as we publish new videos. Thank you for your support,